Sometimes life is about being in the right place at the right time.
207's Beth McAvoy joins us with a story of tiny proportions and perfect timing. Hey, Beth.
Rob and Sammy, there was an employee of the New England Aquarium who just happened to be visiting York Beach in September. Only her second time in York, and that visit turned into a life-saving mission for a small creature, one that most people would not have even noticed. Before visitors even get inside the New England Aquarium in Boston, Atlantic Harbor seals greet them. Among the thousands of aquatic creatures to see inside and snap a picture of, the playful penguins, the 90-year-old sea turtle named Myrtle, and this shorebird, so tiny you could easily miss her.
Its name is Peepsqueak.
Sandpipers collectively are referred to as peeps, and Peepsqueak in particular has been described by her rehabbers and her quarantine team as chatty, so I think it's a very fitting name for her.
Peepsqueak has been at the aquarium for only a few weeks.
Since the sanderling has been here, she's been doing great medically.
Her trip to the aquarium happened in the most unlikely of ways.
I was on vacation for the weekend up in York, Maine, and it was my last day, so we went to the beach, me and my husband.
Sarah Tempesta has worked at the aquarium for a decade. She's currently raising baby sharks.
Within probably 30 minutes of being there, I saw this sanderling on the beach that I could clearly tell had an injured wing.
In the past, Tempesta worked with shorebirds and was well versed with what to do.
It was staying more like up high on the beach where normally they're down by the water, and it was also by itself when they're normally like in at least like little groups together. Followed it around the beach and ended up seeing it try to hop up onto some rocks, which should be easy for a bird that can fly, and it just missed and fell over. It could clearly like not even flutter up to a rock. So at that point I realized this bird is injured. It probably won't be able to survive in the wild on its own for very long.
Tempesta reached out to the Center for Wildlife in Cape Nettic, which agreed to care for the injured bird.
Like even though it couldn't fly, they can run pretty quick. They're quick little birds with their little legs.
With the help of her husband, she captured the sandpiper.
So when I dropped the bird off at the wildlife center, I left them my card and I just said, you know, I really hope that you guys can rehabilitate this bird, but if you realize that it, you know, can have a good life, but it's non-releasable, please contact me. Like the aquarium could probably give it a forever long-term home.
Although Peepsqueak's fractured wing has healed, she will never be able to fly again.
Peepsqueak would not have been able to survive in the wild without being able to fly and get that lift off the ground. She is very predisposed to being captured by a predator.
She's doing really great.
Peepsqueak is now in good company at the aquarium's shorebirds exhibit.
Literally moments within stepping out of the carrier, our semi-palmated sandpiper went right up to her to introduce herself. They were fast friends, and she's just been getting along great with everyone ever since.
All the birds here have been rescued, and none could survive on their own, according to aquarium staff.
So they might live to their early teens in the wild. For most animals, they tend to live longer in captivity.
She's settling in and gaining weight, even if in her case, it's just a few grams.
She wants for nothing in our exhibit. She can forage just the way she would in the wild and even get some of those aquatic invertebrates that she would in the wild, because we do get our water right from the harbor. She's got all the bugs that she could want to eat here, so I think she's pretty content.
Although she'll never visit new beaches,
Sanderlings in general tend to fly quite far. Sanderlings typically migrate all the way from the Arctic tundra, which is where they breed, down to as far south as southern South America.
visitors now come to her.
So do you see the birds?
Yeah, do like that.
She's going to be a great ambassador for her species. I hear all the time when people come up to the exhibit, you know, oh, this looks just like the beach that we go to. I see those birds on the beach. So they're really like making that connection that these are animals that they can have an impact on themselves just with their own activities by, you know, keeping the beach clean and making sure when they use it, they're conscious that they're sharing the habitat with these birds.
She's a long way from southern Maine.
Yeah, I've definitely come and just looked at her, seen her, how she's doing.
But thanks to the watchful eyes of one beachgoer, Peepsqueak now has a long life ahead of her. The last sanderling the aquarium had lived to be more than 25 years old. All the birds at the shorebird exhibit are from New England, and staff hope Peepsqueak will be there for many years to come.
She looks right at home there with all of her new friends.
If Peepsqueak isn't kidnapped by Sam, who
I know.
wants to take her home.
Adorable.
Thank you, Ben.
Welcome.